Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Boruto Chapter 23. 23? 23, yep. So when we last left off, the fight between Boruto and Ao was continuing, as Boruto pulled off a number of strategies to finally get the upper hand on Ao and finish him off, removing two of his fake limbs, I think. Two limbs. And a Rasengan to the chest, sent Ao flying. And as Ao had, acknowledged his defeat, and as Team Konohamaru were planning to take him back to the Leaf for further questioning, Ao saw Kashin Koji on the roof of the ruins where the gang was hiding out earlier, where he then summoned a giant toad to crush Ao, seemingly to death, we're not sure, and sparking 100 Kashin Koji's Jiraiya theories of the past month. But yeah, that's where we left off last month, so let's jump right on into Chapter 23, Karma. So we have this color cover page of Boruto and Kashin Koji. Kashin Koji and his piercing gaze. Kashin Koji's rating is the release of the latest thrilling chapter with a color cover and 41 pages. Chapter 23, Karma. We have the scan later page. Alright, so we open up right where we left off. Kashin Koji with his giant-ass toad staring at the team. Mitsuki is not in this panel. We just see Boruto in the center, Sarada to the right, and Konohamaru to the left, and I don't see Mitsuki on there. So he's probably just off panel, but it's kind of weird. So after the conclusion to a brief, fierce battle with Ao, a mysterious man named Kashin Koji intrudes. It's the start to a second round of inevitable chaos. So yeah, I think I mentioned last month that I don't think that this fight will, there will actually be a fight here, just because I don't think the gang can take him on in their weakened state right now, just because there's so much going on. But yeah, so we have the gang standing in front of Kashin Koji and the Toad, and Kashin Koji looks at them. There's Mitsuki, he was just standing behind the frame for some reason. Boruto looks up, and the Toad disappears, and Kashin Koji just, floats down to the ground. We see, a full body shot of him. Indeed, it was such a magnificent battle. So you defeated Ao, eh? I'm impressed. And everyone, kind of glares at him. And Konohamaru responds, You are Kashin Koji, right? Why don't you take this opportunity to introduce yourself? I guess he said his name last month. Okay, I was why does Konohamaru know his name? But he brought it up. What type of organization is Kara? And what purpose are you mobilizing for? So I guess Konohamaru quickly put it all together that Kashin Koji is Kara. Well, that's too bad that there's no reason for me to answer that question. You understand, right? And he makes a hand sign. And, 4 pillars of rock, rise up around the group. Sealing technique. Frog suppression. And so you're doing more frog jutsu for all you Kashin Koji's Jiraiya theorists. And the gang that looks like lightning's, surrounding them, but I'm not sure. I can't move. And yeah, everyone's, no one can move because they're trapped. Such bad luck. Honestly, I just wanted to say to you all that I wish to see more of your great endeavors, but I also have my own agenda. So it's farewell for now. That's all I can say. Yeah, he's just dishing them. I think he just wanted to kill Ao and be dramatic. I think he's just a drama queen. But anyway, he has this, flame rising up from his right hand. And the group looks on. And Konohamaru manages to unzip his jacket, and he has some kind of, seal on his chest here. Sealing technique, release! Oh, and I guess from that, mark on his chest, he can, undo the sealing jutsu, I guess? Maybe just for himself. As you can see, I'm wary by nature. Yeah, he just, walks out. I'm always prepared with some type of sealing technique. I'd say that's expected of someone like you. Oh, we're gonna see Konohamaru actually fight! Wow. Sensei! Don't worry, because even if I die, I'll protect you all. And he steps out and, glares down at Kashin Koji. Alright then, show me a little bit of a Konohagakure Jonin's true strength. And they, glare at each other, and Konohamaru just rushes at him as Kashin Koji, gets in a defensive stance. And Kashin Koji blocks, Konohamaru's first punch, and, jumps above him as Konohamaru makes a Rasengan that's, pointed where Kashin Koji was. But he, quickly changes his trajectory and, throws it up. Or not throws it up, lunges up. Rasengan! And, Kashin Koji grins and makes his own Rasengan. Oh, fuck. Okay, all you Jiraiya theorists. You know what? At this point, I'm gonna say Kashin Koji's like I think it's maybe he's a clone of Jiraiya. Somehow clones are gonna get thrown in here because I can't understand him being regular Jiraiya. But yeah, Kashin Koji is throwing out a Rasengan. That's him too, and the two Rasengans clash. Go! And Kashin Koji's like unfazed by all of this. They're both like sent flying back, and they land on their feet. Just now, that wasn't any sort of scientific ninja weaponry. It was a real Rasengan. Just who in the world is this guy? Besides my father and sensei, there's even someone else who can use Rasengan? You bastard! Who are you? Please don't be your Jiraiya. And so Kashin Koji just stands there and starts talking. Sarutobi Konohamaru, you're quite formidable, but you've got a long ways to go. What? Oh, and he notices the frog had made its way onto Konohamaru's hip, and just explodes, casing Konohamaru in fire. Sensei! Samadhi truth flames. Regardless of strong winds or heavy rain, the flames of purgatory will never be extinguished. So is it just Amaterasu then? Because wasn't Amaterasu's whole deal that flames can't be put out? But yeah, Konohamaru's just in extreme pain, crying out, "Whoa! Sensei! Damn it! Cut it out! Stop it! Stop!" And the seal on Konohamaru's palm enlarges again, like it did in the fight with Shijoji. And Kashin Koji makes note of it. Karma? We have a translator note. The kanji given is back kanji, literally meaning wedge or linchpin. The furigana given reading was that thing, pronounced as kama. This is often phonetically used to say karma. Kama may also be a reference to the Hindu or Buddhist deity himself, Kama. So we're not sure. But anyway, back on track. Sarada notices Boruto's seal, and the seal is now going all the way up his arm and covering his face, going up to his eyes, which is cool. And it's releasing some kind of energy back to the pillars. The paralysis is fading, Boruto. So he absorbed the Fuin Jutsu. And yeah, so Boruto's absorbing the seal. Okay, that's cool. It's also absorbing the flames off Konohamaru. So it's kind of like that Jutsu absorption arm thing, isn't it? They're basically the same thing. They're both absorbing arms. But yeah, Konohamaru is still completely passed out after that. Sensei! And Konohamaru just collapses. And Boruto, now still with the seal up to his right eye. Yeah. And he's breathing heavily. That's actually kind of close to his design so we see another a close up of his face, and it's pretty close to the design from 16-year-old Boruto at the beginning of the first chapter, back when we met everyone's favorite theorist toy, Kawaki, who I don't care about. How astonishing! By no means did I expect to witness the karma here. I had always thought that it was Uzumaki Naruto who defeated Momoshiki, but it was you, Uzumaki Boruto. Alright. Oh, so, I don't know, for some reason I just figured that Kara knew that it was Boruto who beat Momoshiki. But yeah, I guess logically they would have assumed it was Naruto. You're complaining too much. Shut up, you jerk. You think so highly of yourself. And then Boruto and Kashin Koji just kind of stare off. What is that? That's Boruto. The pattern on his hand is progressing. Just what is this power? Young master, Boruto! And he starts breathing heavily, and then he just stumbles and goes down on one knee, and he lifts up his sleeve, and he sees the seal progressing up his arm. What is this thing? What the heck is happening to me? And then he just collapses, passed out. And Sarada runs up to him. Boruto! And Kashin Koji steps up to them, and Sarada pulls out a kunai knife and tries to defend against Kashin Koji. I see. Seems like it's the first time you're using this power. And Sarada and Kashin Koji just glare at each other. And he turns and walks away. Thank you for showing me such an interesting thing. I suppose that I'll be retreating for now. Since Ao is dead, you have my gratitude. Yep, Ao is dead for real this time, and they cannot get any more info out of him. Hey, wait up! Just what was that power from back then? What happened to Boruto? And Kashin Koji keeps walking, and Sarada rushes at him. I told you to wait up! Sarada. And Mitsuki, grabs Sarada from behind. And Kashin Koji just keeps on walking. Compose yourself. There are plenty of things that I want to ask him as well. But now, those things don't matter in comparison to the lives of both Boruto and Sensei, right? And Sarada just glares. How wise. As expected of Orochimaru's child. I'd say that you have fine judgment. And he pulls his hood up and walks away. Everyone just kind of watches the aftermath. And we see Boruto's arm, and the seal is back to just being on his palm. Then we cut to sometime later, I guess. We see, I'm assuming this is Boruto talking, but I'm fine already. I can walk on my own, Debasa. Listen up, don't do anything reckless. Didn't you just collapse if you were dead? And yeah, Sarada is helping Boruto walk. It's a miracle that you're even able to stand up like this right now. No, it's really not a big deal. For now, it certainly seems like nothing at all. But just what is that power? And Mitsuki kind of looks at them. Boruto looks at his palm, examining the seal again. And Konohamaru speaks up. But at any rate, let's return back to the village immediately. There's a vast amount of things to report on. You're right. I'm so exhausted, too. Is that Kashin Koji's first line? Not Kashin Koji. Fuck. Not Kashin Koji. Katasuke. Is that Katasuke's first line of the chapter? And Mitsuki notices something off to the side and, looks down a path of, rocks and shit. And he thinks to himself. And he just, flies off without telling anyone anything. Oi, Mitsuki! And he notices something. He, climbs up next to a tree and notices something in, the clearing. And Boruto jumps out to him, who can somehow walk again. What's wrong? Oi, what's that? And there's something in, the clearing there. That isn't a puppet. Like the ones we fought at... Isn't that a puppet? Like the ones we fought at the blimp. You're right. Why is it in a place like this? The crash site is still far ways ahead. Seems like it's a different one, and not one that we fought, right? What do you mean? Was someone else fighting it here? Let's investigate. Were the puppets part of Ao's techniques, or were they something else? Did we really get any clear answer on that? I assume they're part of Ao. And they go to look at the destroyed puppet. Its frame is completely cold. It seems as though a long time has passed and it was broken apart. This puppet was completely destroyed. No matter what we tried, they were unyielding, but still. So that means that the person who did this has an outrageous combat ability. And Boruto, is just staring at it. And Katasuke, looks around and is just also in the same vein. There are so many damaged puppets that tumbled over here, to a location that's so far away from the blimp. Is it possible that someone in possession of the cargo escaped all the way here? And the dog Chamaru just starts barking at them. Chamaru, what's wrong? Woof, woof! And they go up to the ledge where he is. And there is Kawaki. All you fucking Kawaki theorists. Yeah, there's Kawaki. Passed out. Yeah, he's just there. And we have a close-up on his face. And Boruto, stares at him. It's someone who's collapsed. Did this guy defeat those puppets? Judging from Chamaru's reaction, it seems that he's alive. Woof, woof! Alright, so we don't know if he's an ally or foe. Whether it's regarding the blimp or Kara, we also discover some information. Potentially, it's a trap. Well, in any case, he even got injured and collapsed. Aye, wait a second, Boruto. And Boruto just, jumps down to go investigate. Oi, are you okay? Hang in there! And he sees an identical seal on his palm. This guy has the same seal as me? Kashin Koji, Rasengan, Karma, the vessel, and now... the curtains rise upon a new chapter that presses towards everything. What's the true identity of the mysterious boy? Next chapter is in issue 27, which will be published and released on June 4th. So that's another, 5 weeks till next chapter? Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, it looks to be about 5 weeks. 5 weeks, yeah, 5 weeks. Alright, that's a ways from now. But that's kind of to be expected at this point. It's always 5 weeks for some fucking reason. But yeah, June 4th is when next month's chapter is. So anyway, let's start. This chapter, though, was pretty much a bunch of theory bait. We saw Boruto's seal act up, which I'm pretty sure it did a little bit against Shijoji, even if he didn't realize it. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's the first time he's noticed the seal for sure, and everyone else has seen the seal too, and he knows that it's there, and he can like react to it. But yeah, I'm looking at 15, and I think his seal activates. Yeah. Oh, no, he did notice the seal activate a little bit in the fight with Shijoji, but it only goes up to, like, here. But yeah. So, the fight with Kashin Koji, it was great. We're starting to see... I really don't want Kashin Koji to be Jiraiya. That seems like it's just Obito all over again. And I know a lot of people have problems with Obito in the first place. But yeah, it just seems dumb to bring Jiraiya back, especially after, like... Everything Kishimoto said for so long about, like, never bringing Jiraiya back, because that would just be kind of, like, cheating. It just seems like it would be a stupid thing to do to bring him back. Also, because his death is so perfect, and like, he should not become a villain. You know, Obito, okay, make Obito a villain, make Ao a villain, but Jiraiya's whole thing is that he's, like, the basis for all of the good in the world. Like, every like, hero gets their ideology from Jiraiya. And he should not be Kashin Koji. Also, I don't think he's Jiraiya, mainly because he says Naruto's name too formally. Like, he like, full names Naruto, and instead of just saying Naruto, he, like, goes Uzumaki Naruto. So I don't think that he's going to turn out to be Jiraiya. Maybe he's, like, based off Jiraiya. I don't like Jiraiya's son angle, because it seems kind of dumb. But, like, maybe a clone of Jiraiya, possibly? We don't know what Kara's all up to, so they might have some cloning abilities. Not like a shadow clone, but like a cloning machine clone. Or maybe he has Jiraiya's cells implanted in him, so he can use Jiraiya's abilities. I don't know. I at this point, I'm pretty sure there is a Jiraiya connection, though, to Kashin Koji. I just don't want it to be he is Jiraiya, or he is Jiraiya's son. Have some more interesting, developments than that. But yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to say about Kashin Koji. We also found out that Kara is not as, like, all-knowing as they kind of seemed at first. Given that they did not know, who killed Momoshiki. Which I thought was interesting. And then, what else is there to talk about? We saw Konohamaru fight for a little while, and we saw just how crazy prepared Konohamaru is, and that was really cool. He's just like, yeah, by the way, I can just, like, unseal things, so I have an unsealing technique strapped to my chest. Like, that's such a move. Like, wow, I love him so much. And then... Kawaki. I really don't like Kawaki theories. I think they're all super grasping at straws, and also super kind of boring. Like, very few people have good Kawaki theories. So honestly, I think the best part of having Kawaki move in is that, like, we're getting closer to having people stop making up crazy-ass theories for this guy, and just, like, have a canon. But even then, there's still 4 years to the flash forward we see at the beginning of the series, so I'm not entirely sure how that's all going to go. But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, he's just lying here. I don't know if he is the vessel or if he ran into the vessel. I imagine he is the vessel at this point. I don't think that, like, he's some random guy who happened to run into the vessel. He probably... Kawaki is the vessel theory people were right. Even if they did not have any evidence to back up their claim. That's all I'm saying on that. But yeah. Kawaki is here. We have to live with that. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Kawaki. I don't have any idea. Does he know he destroyed? I imagine he's the one who destroyed the Kara puppets, the Owl puppets. I don't know again where the puppets came from exactly. But I imagine he's the one that destroyed them. Whether or not he remembers that upon waking up, that is not anything I know of. I have no idea if he knows. He might have completely, like, have no memories when he wakes up. But if he is the vessel, he has some kind of incredible power already. And And yeah, hopefully Kadachi can craft a good story with Kawaki. But we'll have to wait and see next month, June 4th. That's like 5 weeks away because, I don't know, I guess God hates us. But yeah, that's really all I have for this month's chapter. I'm kind of rambling here like I always do. But I'm gonna drop this video off here. I hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.